So what does $80 and a JoeFest ticket get you? These guys. Welcome to a brand new episode of the show. Today we're taking a look at the JoeFest 2024 exclusive Operation Monster Force, Blood Prince Dracula, and Omen of Doom, Forgotten King. So looking at the figures in the package, they just come in these plastic bags. And as you can see, it's got a title, piece of cardboard on top of it. On the back, it's got the UPC. Obviously, the packaging was not ready at this point, but to get them out, it looks like they just went ahead, put them in plastic bags, called it a day, but I'm still super excited to get these figures. Now, these figures are from Fresh Monkey Fiction and the Big Bad Toy Store Workshop, and my initial impressions are fabulous. As far as accessory goes, Dracula comes with a pretty fantastic alternate head. He comes with a pretty nice sword made out of some great material. It's not super, what do you call it? Classified or McFarlane Toys kind of plastic. It's sturdier, so it should hold its shape over time. He comes with a couple of grippy hands, and he comes with a couple of I'm gonna reach out and grab you hands. The Forgotten King comes with these awesome, looks like doing some magic hands. He comes with a couple of fists, comes with a couple of karate chop hands. He also comes with this awesome staff with this blade on the end. This might be my favorite thing. The only painted piece on here are again are the eyes on this guy. So it looks like he could do some real damage with this bladed end and this doing some magic kind of thing on the end. He comes with a couple of magic, I guess you could say magic effects that go on his hands. One big difference is the base for each figure. Now the Dracula figure comes with this just flat red translucent plastic base with the one peg just right there. Nothing to really write home about. It looks like it could be like an old school skateboard or something. I don't know. Whereas the Forgotten King comes with this awesome Operation Monster Force base. If you look at some of my JoeFest walkthrough video, you can see that every figure that they had on display had this type of base. Obviously it was colored instead of translucent, but it's like a tombstone, which is kind of cool. It's like this awesome tombstone with steps on it. I don't know. And it's got two peg holes on it with the Operation Monster Force logo on it. I don't know why this guy came with it and Dracula came with the skateboard looking design. It could be maybe they didn't have time to get this in red translucent plastic as well in time for JoeFest, and maybe they just had to make an amends and put this in there because they already had something like this available. Who knows? But the fact that we get this on this guy is pretty dope. I love this base and this base design. So taking a look at the figure right here, it's going to be a little hard because it's all blue translucent plastic with the exception of the eyes. The eyes on both figures are painted. This guy's got white eyes, whereas Dracula has black eyes. As far as sculpt goes, this will be the final sculpt, I believe, that you get with the figure that you're going to get the painted version of the figure. So everything should be there minus the paint on it, and fantastic looking figure. I must say it is a really, really nicely sculpted figure, and since this is translucent, you kind of get a look in behind the scenes here of what's really going on. Is there articulation? It looks like maybe there is a cut underneath, right at the top there, and it does turn. It's just you can't get this off. There's no cut right here. I believe it's glued. If you take a look at this, you can kind of see, you can kind of look through there and see where this piece is glued over onto this middle piece. As far as sculpt goes, though, absolutely awesome sculpt. Taking a look at the Blood Prince Dracula, again, awesome sculpt. This is a fantastic looking figure. Of course, this head sculpt is the no fangs head sculpt. We can pop this off and we can put on the fang version. You can see if I turn it this way, he's got his mouth open, his fangs showing. Kind of hard to see with the translucent plastic, but I think it looks better. Pop that head on, and man, does he look even more awesome than he already is. Overall, everything is exactly the same outside of this piece and the head. Same exact sculpt. So with that said, we're going to take a look at the articulation on these figures. Obviously, the heads can rotate all the way around. Taking the head off, you can see that there is the neck itself has an awesome joint right here that gives you kind of mad rotation, as well as the neck piece right here that can rotate up and down as well. As you can see, you can go there. Now you might not get that full range of motion with the head on him, but the articulation is there. So the arms can lift at the shoulders pretty good. Not only that, the shoulders do rotate all the way around. You also have bicep swivel that rotates 360 degrees. There's some nice mobility in the double jointed elbow. Hands can rotate all the way around, and they also have their own little wrist articulation back and forth. Now, unfortunately, because of the coat, you're not going to get any real articulation from maybe the shoulders down to the waist, because this is prohibiting anything from happening throughout that area. Now, the waist can turn 360. As you can see, I've got him standing with his butt to us. And again, we're not going to get to see the full range of motion from the hips, just because this plastic piece is going to keep it from this. You know, you can get about this much safely, but I will show you. I'm scared to go any further because this piece is already starting to rip a little bit from the glue there. So I don't want to pull him out too much. You can see he does have thigh rotation, which is pretty nice. He does have the hip drop, which I've already done there for you. You can see it goes back up and comes down. So nice modern articulation. He can kick about that high. So he has pretty nice double jointed knees. Could they be better? Possibly, but still, I think it's really nice for this figure. There is a boot cut, as you can see. He turns at the boot. And the ankles also have some nice mobility there. That's nice, and they are ankle rockers. As far as how they stand up against other action figure lines, as you can see here, Star Wars The Black Series Captain Rex and G.I. Joe Classified Destro. Destro is more in line with the Operation Monster Force figures, although he might be a tad taller, just a hair taller, as of course Captain Rex is a lot shorter, as is the Black Series is shorter, typically shorter than the Classified series anyway. So here is a Savage Crucible figure and a Mythic Legions figure. Both are substantially taller than the Operation Monster Force figure. And here they are with an Animal Warriors of the Kingdom figure. Again, the Animal Warriors of the Kingdom figure is taller. So while they are 6-inch scale figures, they do seem to be on a little bit of the shorter side of the 6-inch scale. So all in all, I do love these figures, even though they're just the translucent versions of them. If you're on the fence about Operation Monster Force, I highly recommend you go out and get them. These are some cool toys. We are living in a great time for action figures right now. I mean, there are so many companies producing so many cool things, even outside of the normal franchise, the known franchise things like DC, Marvel, Thundercats, He-Man, G.I. Joe, all of that. Well, that is cool. Some of these companies are coming up with some fantastic designs, fantastic toys that can have some fantastic stories made to go along with them. So what do you think about these first two Operation Monster Force figures from Fresh Monkey Fiction and Big Bad Toy Store? Leave your thoughts in the comments below. Let me know if you thought they were cool, just okay. Are you excited for this line? Let me know in the comments. As always, please hit that subscribe button and that like button. I sure would appreciate it. That's the best way to help this channel grow. And as always, God bless.